Hey guys, welcome back to Are You a Robot? I'm Wade, LordMinion777, and welcome to the show where we find out if our contestants are robots by asking them news trivia questions. And now that I think about it, how many of you out there watching are robots as well? We don't have a system for that though, so I guess we won't worry about it. This week we're talking about zombie fish and farting wolves, and here to discuss these important topics are our awesome panelists. We have a star-studded cast today, starting with Commander Holly. She's an artist, a vlogger, a gamer, and from last episode, but more importantly from this one, it's Holly. Hey Holly, how you doing?
I'm good. We decided that I was mostly human though, so I'm here to keep my record straight.
All right. Well, let's start off with a quick question, Holly. What's the best costume you've ever worn?
The best costume? Oh, that's a hard one.
Cosplay or Halloween or just a favorite?
I mean, I've made a lot of cosplay costumes, but one of my favorites that I've ever worn is probably when I was dressing as Commander Shepard, because I got to be cool and like a space marine, and that was really awesome. But now I like dressing as my D&D character because it's just a comfy pile of trash.
That is awesome. Next up, he's a YouTuber that likes playing scary games, but not with your heart. It's Criken!
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thank you, Wade, for that. What was that intro? I play scary games, but not with your heart? Is that like...
Yeah, you don't play games
like
with our
romantic
hearts.
thing, or what? I'm not sure what that means.
Hey, I don't write it, man. I just read it.
Okay, well, appreciate it. Thank you. How are you doing?
Right, I'm doing good. I'm supposed to ask you, what movie from the last 10 years has everyone forgotten about?
Probably Finding Nemo. We never really found him, and I think...
Wow, he's still gone?
Since then... Yeah, no, it's...
I must have forgotten.
There's the main second one, so they must have not found him. I left before the end of it, so I assume they didn't find him, but, you know...
Oh, now I'm confused. If we remember that that's a movie we forgot about, did we really ever forget it?
You know what? Maybe you
I'll
should
leave you to ponder that. And last, he's laughing. I know him. You know him. But haha, I know him better than you do. It's Bob! Hey, Bob!
Hey, what's up?
Bob,
Oh, yes.
do aliens
Subtle applause.
exist?
I like it. Do aliens exist? Is that my question?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's gonna think I'm a weirdo or whatever. I'm pretty sure they must exist. I would. It's too arrogant for me to believe that we're the only intelligent life in the entire universe that is so large we can't even fathom it. But I don't know if we'll ever meet them. But you know, they're out there somewhere doing their little thing or whatever.
All right. I'll take it. I mean, I think there's probably aliens out there. What do you guys think? Are there aliens, Holly?
For sure.
Oh, for sure.
If you played Mass Effect, there's aliens in that, and that's
exactly.
Real
Oh, that's right. That's such a better argument.
I'm Commander Shepard. These are my favorite aliens on the station.
Yep.
Can you just imagine if we were the only intelligent life? How disappointing that would be.
I know we'd be really wasting it too. We're the best thing that's going on in this universe.
Disappointment.
That's not good.
Yeah.
My angry uncle would have been right about me all along. Too real.
Ow, that got dark.
I made that up. I don't have an angry uncle.
That's good.
Oh,
You wanted me to have an
deserve
angry uncle? Okay, I lied. He's real. There's an angry uncle out there. So what's going on, guys? What's new in the world with you guys? Anything cool going on, game-wise or life-wise?
Game-wise, life-wise, bunch of new games came out, right? Has anyone played the new Prey?
I haven't played it yet. I've been working on a secret project making a costume, so I haven't had any time to play any new games. So, but that's going to be the first one I play. I think. Is it good? Do you like it?
It's pretty visually cool. It feels like BioShock a lot, or System Shock if you played that.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool.
That'd be cool. Bob,
Anybody
what's new
else?
with you?
Oh, God, I'm buried in a pile of recordings that I need to get done because I'm trying to prep for this big live tour that's going on in June. That turned out to be way longer and more involved than I ever imagined. But you're going on that too, Wade. So you know what I'm going through.
Yeah, it's only like 4 days, right?
It's only like 4 or 7 or 12 days. Who knows? Let's go until it's done, and then we get to come home when it's done, whenever that is.
We'll find out. We don't need time to prep. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that scary note, let's talk about scary things like our robot scale. For those of you that haven't been part of the show before, This is our robot scale. Currently, everyone is on human because, I don't know, I guess that's where we assume people are in the universe.
Can I start on Lizard Man? Because I technically have ended every one on Lizard Man.
Well, okay, what is Lizard Man? Are you a reptile, or is there like a lizard person graphic you have that I don't see?
No, I mean, reptile, but like I masquerade as a human. I'm wearing this suit, this flesh suit.
You have the intelligence of like a human, but not the shape or appearance. Yeah,
I don't know many reptiles that wear flesh suits unless you're actually an alien. So that's all, folks. That's all I've got today. So we've got our scale here. We start with single scale. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I need the applause. We have our single cell organism, followed by our reptile, Neanderthal, human, cyborg, android, and omnipotent AI. First try. Got it. Nailed it. So Criken's our reptile. Holly was a human bird person last time. Bob, where did you end up? Were you omnipotent?
Last time I was on the show, I destroyed the scale so hard that we decided I was even more impressive than an omnipotent AI.
That's what I thought.
But I think I ended up getting demoted because I said something like that, and everyone was like, boo, boo, and I don't know where I ended up. Not as high as I should have, clearly.
Single cell organism, most likely.
Yeah, probably.
Well.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome back to the
Somehow Holly just always stays right there around human. Maybe she's the real omnipotent AI around us because she manipulates the scales. So
no, none of that.
Oh, okay. Well, I believe you. I've got no reason not to.
Good.
Everybody good with their initial placement? You guys out there watching, are you okay with the initial play? I see slow claps for Wade, so I'm not going to read any more comments for a little while. Okay, fine. I'll read them. Oh, Yoshi for president's a lizard running for president. Okay, so we've got lizard people all over the place, Criken. My mistake. Yeah. I demote myself to half a cell organism. And we're going to start off with our gaming news quiz before I get weirder. So we're going to get warmed up with our rapid fire gaming news quiz. I'm going to ask each of you a question based on this week's gaming news. To determine who will go first, I'm going to go in the order I introduced you because I'm lame like that. So Holly, you're up first. Are you ready?
All right. No.
Great, that's how I like it to be. Which famous painter and wholesome meme poster boy will be a playable character in a Hi-Rez Studios MOBA, Smite?
Oh man, I do not know this one. Especially because I've been in a cave for the past 2 weeks making stuff, so I have no idea.
If you focus on the words famous painter and meme, famous painter.
Okay. That's Bob Ross.
That's Bob Ross.
Right?
There you go.
Okay, good. Okay.
It was a very long-winded sentence for focusing on painters and memes. There's not many painters who are memes right now.
That's
I think
true.
you just manipulated
there should be
helping you.
I would like more painters to be memes, honestly. Let's get some Rembrandt memes and
some Rembrandt memes.
I think artists and animators deserve a lot more fame and credit than
Bosch.
they work.
Bosch is my favorite. Some Garden of Earthly Delights memes. Let's do it.
Yeah, some Chopin. No, that's not a painter. Nope. Well, I tried. Let's see. The late host of the PBS show The Joy of Painting will make an appearance in Smite as a skin for an existing character, Sylvanus? Sylvanus? I don't think that's it. Sylvanus, we'll say. And will be armed with plenty of the painter's trademarks, including Happy Little Trees and Clouds. The Bob Ross bundle will be sold for $9.99 when it's released on Mac and Windows PC on May 9th and console May 16th. # not sponsored. But there you go.
I know Smite made a Doge skin that was the cringiest thing I've seen.
That's the same game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
no.
It's bad. It's bad.
I've not actually played Smite. It's one of those legendary games I've heard about, but I've never seen it played or played it.
Yeah, I would encourage you to look up the Doge trailer because it's just this mess of very hard meme. Oh God, I can't.
I'm guessing the Bob Ross one will be similar. Yeah.
Oh, Bob Ross. How would he feel? Do you think if he knew what he's become? What the internet's made him.
I think he'd call it a happy little accident.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Criken, you ready for your question?
I am ready, sir.
All right. YouTuber and hacker Ben Heckendorn has made which previous unreleased console fully operational? This is a tough question.
What? Why do I keep getting the tough ones every single time? I feel like
because you're a lizard person. We have to educate you the only way we know how, by dropping you in the deep end and seeing if you can swim.
Unreleased console.
This is not even. I don't think you can guess this because it's not even real.
Yeah, it's not a thing that was released.
Real consoles. Here's a hint. It combines 2 real consoles into one.
Okay. Can you tell me what company would have made it? Was it like Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft?
You may have nailed it right on the head with the first 2 guesses.
Okay, it's the Nintendo PlayStation.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. The Nintendo PlayStation is a playable thing thanks to a YouTuber and hacker by the name of Ben Heckendorn. So, Ben Heckendorn, good on you for breaking the rules and laws, probably. You're going to jail. But thank you for your service. I don't know if that's illegal. I don't know what that is. But yeah, apparently there's a Nintendo PlayStation. We have some more info here. An original prototype of Sony's PlayStation. The machine is little more than a Super Nintendo Entertainment System with a CD-ROM drive. But it would have represented Sony's entry into the game hardware market had Nintendo not backed out of the deal. By replacing bad capacitors and making a slew of other fixes to the unit, Heckendorn has restored its ability to run audio CDs and, more importantly, CD-ROM games. So, good on him. There's now a playable console that's 20 years out of date. Yay!
Yeah, finally,
that's cool, huh?
That's cool, though. I mean, I couldn't
was asking
do it.
for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of demand for the Nintendo PlayStation. Nintendo loves it. I don't know what I just did there. Like zip to fly sideways. Loves it. Maybe I'm the omnipotent. Oh yeah, never mind. I can't even say it. Bob, are you ready for your question before I flub through more words?
Oh, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Bob. Therapists are using which tabletop fantasy role-playing game to get kids to open up?
I mean, this one.
Here's a hint.
Like
Maybe this should have been a Holly question.
Yeah, well, that one seems obvious, but I guess it's Dungeons and Dragons, probably.
There's the ding. Yeah. I didn't say it this time. I wanted the suspense to build. Adam Davis, co-founder of Dungeons and Dragons therapy group Wheelhouse Workshop, designs D&D games that are less like hack-and-slash dungeon crawls and more like therapy with dragons. Because D&D is inherently cooperative and escapist, it urges players to reimagine the ways they interact with peers. And because each player has their own specialty, like communicating with animals or cleverly using stealth, they'll have their moment to feel valuable in a group setting. So, there you go. I think that's cool.
That's cool.
I think
that's pretty cool, yeah.
Is it group settings, or is it like one-on-one with your psychiatrist who's just like your DM and is just giving you challenges and you overcome each one? Because that's a lot lamer.
I'm not sure.
Than if you're like,
let me lose a level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're killed by a dragon. You watch as your burning body like smolders in the lawn of your parents, and you're like, oh god, oh no.
Oh my god, Criken, this got real fast.
This is how I do my D&D sessions, so I don't know about you guys, but
yikes.
I actually read that article. It was a good article.
That's cool.
The dragon emerges and says, your family and everyone you care about is dead. Get over it. Okay, thanks for the therapy. Hey, that's Criken's game, not mine. Don't boo me. Well, Criken, I think Lizard Person might be a good start for you.
Yeah, I'll take
it. Everybody got their questions right, so I'm just going to leave the scoreboard alone here because, I mean, why give people points? You know, what's the point? What's the point? Yeah. What do you guys think out there? Oh, Frosty Guy's going to sign a deal with Sony. Ragtime Pepe says, hello, everyone. I always just say Peep. I never knew it was Pepe. I didn't understand. Yeah, I was just like, what is this frog Peep meme? So,
Can we make a wholesome version of Pepe and just make it Peep and just be like, this is Will Peep. It's a sweet
yeah, I'm
Peep.
going to make my own meme called Peep, and Wade can't pronounce words properly. Haley Schaefer says, okay, that's how their campaigns go too, Criken. So I guess everyone just likes to jump right in and ruin everyone's real lives. Cool.
That's what D&D's for. You can be brutal, and all your friends can die, and you just make new friends. It's easy.
I've definitely
always
lost
get new
sleep.
patients in your therapy office. You don't need to keep helping the same
if their character
one.
dies, they have to quit therapy. It's like you can't even. There's no coming back. Like your character's dead. I'm sorry. Someone else for the campaign next.
You rolled 3 critical fails. I'm sorry, but that describes your life in a nutshell. Get
That's
out.
life.
Really though, I think that's awesome. I love whenever the gaming community, whether it's video games or tabletop games, board games, whatever it is, I love when there's real life applications and good things that come of it. Like whenever charity streams started happening and just, you know, gamers and vloggers and stuff got involved in raising money for great causes like that. And now seeing, you know, fun things like D&D being used as a therapy, it's like, it kind of validates our lives because that's our existence. So it's good for us, but it's also great for the world as a whole. And it shows that, you know, games aren't just Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Don't feel bad for yourself.
My life matters,
Think about all
guys.
the good that could happen.
My career matters now.
That's right.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a one-on-one thing, or do you think it's a group setting? I could see it being like a group setting.
I think it has to be a group setting.
Yeah.
Any one-on-one D&D just turns into like a weird, unfortunate meta thing because you can't really craft an adventure for one person when you're the DM. You're just like, it's just too hard. So it's probably a group, which I think would be good too, because then if they're having like a whole, you know, conversation with other people, it also teaches social skills and how not to, you know, make people angry. And so I think it's great.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the best like group activities. Like everybody kind of values each other and their contributions. Like you said, you know, having a sneaky rogue and like a magical wizard and having them all played like fit in different roles and each one have like a moment in the spotlight, I think would be super good for therapy. So I'm happy. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think so too. Bob, anything you want to
add? All the stuff that those guys said, I was going to say that same thing. But I also appreciate I appreciate the imagination that goes into it, because I think gaming has a place in that sort of same area. To sort of help kids, you know, get outside of their shell a little bit. But to do D&D, to put yourself into that completely imagined scenario and try and visualize what's happening, and all of the fun stuff you get to do inside your own head, along with the social skills and the therapy potential, I think it's probably great for kids because it's a great way to challenge your mind in a lot of different ways. So yeah, it sounds super fun.
Yeah, I'd be excited to learn more about that, so I'm gonna try to keep up with that. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I might go back to therapy actually just to try that out, because this sounds like love.
What brings you in today? I want to play D&D with you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just happen to have my thing ready here. Let's start.
He puts on his wizard hat and just launches into a monologue.
I want to do that now. I want to go to therapy. Can we all go together to therapy?
Let's all go to therapy,
D&D?
guys. YouTuber therapy.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That should be a
Therapy's
thing, though.
always
like,
nice.
All jokes aside, we need it.
You guys busy right now?
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
doing anything?
We just leave.
I'm just doing a stupid live stream. You guys want to go?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, you better.
Start drawing stuff on your face. You better watch out.
The Overlords, they heard that.
Well, before Criken gets a strike 3 before we make it to the second segment, I guess we should move on to Gamify the News. So in Gamify the News, we'll give you a real-life news story that you'll turn into a pitch for the next great video game. You guys will be judged on main character, gameplay, plot, cheat codes and Easter eggs, and the title of the game. So once again, I'll go through all those things as we go through each round, but you'll be working together here to come up with one great video game together. And if you don't like somebody's idea, just tell Criken he's wrong and move on. Or I mean, whoever. Sorry, I didn't mean to single you out there. Round 1. A student arrested after crawling into a duct to steal an exam. This is like finals week for a lot of people, so I think this is kind of a relevant topic. It's exam season, so let's tell people how to properly not cheat. So, let's see. Around 2 a.m. on Wednesday of last week at the University of Kentucky, a 21-year-old junior attempted to reenact a scene from Mission Impossible by lowering himself from the ceiling of his instructor's office to steal answers to an upcoming exam. His plan was foiled when the professor returned to his office after getting a midnight snack. And I quote, "It's an unusual set of circumstances," said a university spokesman. "It also underscores how late our faculty work." So, turn that into a video game, guys.
So I'm just, hold on. Like, did the guy walk in and see the student, like, hanging from the rope? Like,
yeah,
like ready to grab?
I don't know exactly when he walked in, but I really hope the kid was just, like, starting
That's
to
how
drop.
I imagine, yeah.
And this guy
Like,
walks in with
halfway
like his
down-
bag of Doritos and just like,
Yeah, so I had this like cinematic version of like how this went down. Oh man!
I also want to know: did this student get expelled or get an A for effort? I mean, that's a lot of effort.
That's
the kind of like creativity. You're like, you know what? You may not have a place in this field, but there's a job out there for you somewhere.
I feel like that's the wrong kind of effort. That's how that strikes me.
If he put even half the effort into actually studying, I think he'd be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't need to study that much. Like, it's, you know, probably like a couple hours versus like a couple days planning this heist. I don't know.
Well, so what's our video game here? What do we make?
Yeah, who do we play as in this scenario? I think
you got to be the kid, man. Right? Like he's got such an exciting activity going on here.
Or you can be the professor trying to stop all of your students from breaking in.
Yeah. Oh, that's another good idea though. Is like you're the professor and you got to get back to your desk and you just have like a constant stream of like 100 kids in your lecture hall that are just falling from the ceiling and trying to get at it, and you're like swatting them away. That'd be
oh my god, it'd be so intense. Like you could pick up different weapons, like their backpacks and like, you know, like Lunchables and stuff. I don't know.
Lunchables.
Yeah, well, you can't
like kids read nowadays.
You can't touch a student anymore. Like you can't spank a student or anything like that. So a video game that just breaks all the barriers, where it's like, you know what, screw this, and get fly swatters and rulers and chainsaws.
Yeah, that's the title. I'll just spanking.
Oh. Well,
spanking.
You might be on different wavelengths, but you know. I think the other option would be fun is if you're playing as the kid and you're like on a rope and you're like swinging back and forth and you've got to like fill in the right bubble as you're swinging, and if you miss, you get the wrong bubble. So you have the cheat sheet next to you and you're like swinging on this rope trying to fill in the right bubble on like the Scantron, and it becomes like a dexterity game.
So what about like one of those multiplayer games then, right? Like a Dead by Daylight survival or whatever.
One person's the professor.
Got one person's the professor and the other ones are the students trying to sneak in.
That'd be pretty fun.
That could be kind of cool.
That way we can get the best of both worlds. And the game's called Spanking. Is that our That's our official
and you
title?
gotta balance it though. Because like the professor otherwise will just camp the desk unless he's like really hungry all the time. And you've got like this hunger meter that's constantly going down. You're like, I gotta get more Doritos. And you have to keep going out to the vending machine and like, you know, put in your coins, and then you can like upgrade your traits so you get to point in the coins faster, and you can eat faster, and you get like a bigger stomach so you can like store more. And that's how we get the microtransactions, because they're buying more stomach capacity. It's great.
You can add some depth to the student side of that too, because you can like sabotage vending machines maybe, or you could put like
Dead by Daylight,
fake bags of Doritos or jam coins in until it's stuck. And then he has to find another place to get his Doritos.
Yeah, or you can replace all the normal Doritos with like the super spicy kind, and like that'll disable him for a little bit because he's like, "Oh my god, I don't like spice that much."
You have to go get a drink at that point. He has to go get a Mountain Dew.
Perfect.
And the professor can be working to get more like documents on his desk to make it harder to find the exam.
Yeah. And like you get fired if the kid succeeds, like because like. Your test isn't hard enough, so that's the end. It's like you're fired because you didn't make a hard enough test because all the kids.
And you're like
cheated.
A single parent, so like if you do get fired, then your kid has to drop out of school. So there's like a lot of high stakes.
What the hell? It's gonna like super sad.
Yeah, you know we have to have people care.
Yeah, well, that's the progression too. The flip side of that is, as the professor, you want your test to be harder. So you start at like a community college, but every time you succeed, your professor, your skill as a professor is recognized, and then the next one you're at like a local technical college, and then you're at like a state school, and the last level is like you're like a scholar at Oxford or something, and you have to.
That's amazing.
Teaching advanced.
Your Oxford students are just dropping from the ceiling to ceiling.
You're not getting promoted from teaching, just from swatting kids who are dropping from the ceiling. Like, what is this dysfunctional world?
The best professor in the world. You got like all these weapons around your desk.
Yeah. Oh, and your office keeps getting like new plaques, like best professor in community college, best professor in like tech, and like you just decorate your whole office. The more levels you get through.
I was gonna say, is that something like we have DLC here, or what are the Easter eggs or codes here? Is that it? Like you can decorate your office better or something?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like aesthetic stuff for your office. You can buy like plants, rugs. You could change the color of the wall. You can put a bigger chalkboard or a whiteboard. You could upgrade your computer. All that sort of all that you have to buy.
Or you can what does that do?
I think you should also be able to change what your specialty is as a professor. You could either be like a math professor or a history professor, and therefore you get like different items. Like if you're a history professor, you can set up traps of like ancient relics that can like see from different angles of the room. For math, you could like also set up different traps involving like lasers. I don't know.
Math equals lasers.
Look, man, I didn't take a lot of math.
Math classes, yeah. I didn't either.
I took dinosaurs instead of math in college.
I feel like biology is like man-eating plants that you can like plant in corners and like.
That's cool.
Really
cool. Oh yeah.
So I hope everyone out there is willing to buy our lovely game called Spanking, coming soon.
It doesn't have to be called Spanking.
Can we
it can be called whatever.
I asked, what's the new name?
I think it's something like with the test scores, like 98th percentile or like
98th percentile.
Multiple choice. It should just be called multiple choice.
Multiple choice. That's fun.
Yeah.
So suggestive.
Choice. It's just a professor like whipping a kid on the cover.
Oh,
multiple choice smackdown.
Choice.
No, not like that.
It's a professor with multiple kids in front of him, and he's like trying to decide which one to beat first.
Oh my god,
that's good.
Multiple
You're right,
choice for Spanking. The title's a working title. Do we have some art of our lovely game out there to show?
I hope we do.
Oh boy!
Oh, that's so good. Look at the face on that one. Awesome. That's closest to him. It's terrifying.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like wearing like
that student really needs a good grade.
Yeah, it's like, what would drive you to do that? Just like, I'm just confused.
I don't know, unless like your parents like, you better get an A on this test or I'm throwing you out, and they're like, oh, I actually care about my grade now. If I'm not going to study, screw that. I'll do what I do best: sneak in the vents.
It's just like these kids they're just like, I saw the Avengers. I can do this. It's fine. It's like, okay.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. Well, there's our first game, everyone.
Good.
Let's
it's good.
Give a quick round of applause to our contestants for Spanking or multiple choice, whatever. It's still a development. And let's move on to round 2. I can't imagine it getting any worse. Yes, I can. Round 2. A parasite living inside fish eyeballs controls its behavior. That's the story. When the parasite is young, it helps its host stay safe from predators. But once the parasite matures, it betrays the host, the fish, and does everything it can to get that fish eaten by a bird, and so it continue its own life cycle. In 2015, a study, Mikhail Gopko at Severstov Institute of Ecology and Evolution in Moscow showed that fish infected with the immature fluke larvae swarm less actively than usual, making themselves less visible to predators, while trout infected with mature eye flukes swarm more actively and closer to the water's surface. So turn this lovely story into a game. We have a parasite that tries to keep fish safe when it's young, but when it matures, it wants to get into a bird. So it controls the fish and makes it swim closer to the surface to get eaten.
I totally got it. This is exciting. This is an actual game that I would love to play. And it's simply like you start off as this little parasite, you find your way to the fish, and as you described, like you try to survive by going with the school. When you do get old enough, you fly up and you get caught by the bird, and then you take over the bird. And then as your role as the bird is to find the next biggest predator that you can be taken up by. And you're going to constantly kind of step your way up the life rung ladder, kind of like the game Everything, if you guys have played that. Like you're going to slowly try to get to be a larger and more powerful life form until you end up as humans, and then you try to get eaten by aliens, and you become alien, and you're trying to get eaten by a star, and you become a mega star, and then you eat other universes, and then you become a galaxy. And it's like,
when do you get to do it, make babies, and start it over again? Where's it end, Criken? Where's it end?
Where does it end?
Wouldn't you just you would become the universe, right? And then you would go back, just like Everything, when you go back into the tiny, you would become single-celled again. So you get as big as you can, then you get single-celled again, which has always like really scared me, because I feel like that's how like reality is. Like atoms, if you go tiny enough, you just get another universe. That's scary stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've had those thoughts too. Like we're all just part of a bigger universe, and we're just, we're very insignificant.
That's scary stuff.
It is. Well,
it's kind of thing that makes you drink wine.
That's why we invented wine. Yay!
If only I could turn this water into wine.
This is tea, by the way. This is not wine. It's like 3 p.m. I'm just throwing that out there.
Fish parasite story.
I think that's.
Criken gave us a nice everything game. Collie, do you have an idea, or Bob, for a title?
Is everything taken?
Yeah.
I think there might be a game called Everything.
Crap. Jeez,
Eat me.
I don't eat me.
Criken, you're on it for this one. Are you going to develop this?
Yeah, man. Jeez.
It's on my list, man. Right behind the weird pillow rat game we did a couple of weeks ago.
Oh my god, that sounds fun.
Those spiders.
What kind of DLC or Easter eggs or cheat codes are we going to have for this game? Like, what can you unlock? What are you working toward? So we can make a little extra cash on the side.
I foresee this having a seasonal aspect. Like you can have like a winter seasonal theme where the creatures available are just like wintry creatures, and you can have you can have holiday themed stuff, and you can just go full Blizzard with it and just pick whatever you want and make seasonal events happen constantly.
Yeah,
I was make those.
I'd like to see some Animal Crossing aspects, maybe like add a fishing mechanic, so you can you can bypass some of the other stages by, as a human, catching a fish and then just like feeding it to like a lion, and then you get to be other predators.
The food chain.
Yeah. So that could be it. That could be a like an Easter egg. Like maybe as the human, you can go fishing and catch the fish and do all that.
Yeah, Bob, what you said brought to mind. I've been playing a lot of Plague Inc. recently, and one of the cool things about that game is you can have like these different modifiers that change the way you play and infect other countries, because you kind of play as this bacteria that can like infect.
I love that game.
Nearby countries.
Oh yeah, Plague, yeah.
And you can basically do that in this game too, where it's like, let's say you're playing in the winter, there's like less of certain animals available, but others are available, and you go like different routes to get up to like polar bears, for example, instead of going the lion route during the summer, because you're like maybe more around Africa or something like that. So based on like geographical location or like times of the year, maybe there's just different routes you can take to get to that omnipotent power at the very end.
Yeah, well, and maybe there's like a codex kind of thing too, where it's the replayability of it is your goal is to get every creature on the planet in the universe. You want to go back through it and get a different, get eaten by different things and build your codex of known creatures and known whatever aliens and stuff that's in the universe that you're being consumed by.
Oh man, I genuinely like this one, guys. I'm gonna write it down. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, it's a good. This is a good one. This is a good one.
Eat me.
Eat me. That's it. I've got nothing else to add. Do we have any lovely illustration of Eat Me out there? Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go.
My goodness. Is he piloting from within the?
He's driving the fish.
Yeah, I think he's driving.
He's a little pilot. I love how there's aliens and a polar bear.
Yeah.
Oh, is that little
is it a polar bear on a tropical island? Hold on. I need to question this.
That's fine.
That looks like
definitely a tropical island.
It's
There's a story there in itself. I wonder
that tree's got coconuts.
Yeah, there's a global warming message going on with that polar bear. He's sending a message. Yeah, there could be an underlying environment theme in this game as well. Telling people to care for their planet Earth.
Yeah, I'm seeing Plague, everything, and Spore kind of all wrapped up into one.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the interesting thing is your parasite isn't trying to destroy the world like in Plague Inc. It's just trying to ascend, which is kind of scary.
He's ambitious.
It's pretty horrifying. Yeah. It's really creepy to think that there are actually things out there that exist that do mind control and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, don't look up.
Looks like Animorphs, where they have the yerks that would crawl into your ear and control your brain and stuff. But that's what this reminds me of.
I love Animorphs so much.
Yeah, me too.
I can't tell you how much I love Animorphs. A lot.
We might be dating ourselves here by mentioning that book series. But
it's the best.
It was. It really was.
The Andalites
and
the cinnamon buns.
Is anybody out there going to buy Eat Me? I feel like Eat Me is the more likely title that I would buy between this and the Spank, but the Spank was
in early access right now. You can get this picture for $14.99 right now, and we promise we'll give you the rest of the game very soon.
Very soon.
And fine print very soon could be anywhere between now
soon.
and ever.
Yeah,
now
definitely
and the
soon.
end
Don't
of the
worry
universe.
Kill it with fire, says Death365. Kiwo says, I'll take 3. 3 copies already sold.
There you go, Kiwo. 3 copies, guys.
Nice.
That validates us. It's going to take, like, what, $45 to make? That's like, we can make a return on that.
Jaeger's World would buy both games. Just saying, Jaeger's World, they're in. They want to both either be a student and steal things or else be a professor and beat the students, and they want to take over the universe. So they're ambitious.
It's good.
Cool. All right. Well, that is round 2. Eat Me. What a great title. I love that title.
You're welcome.
Mom, could you get me Eat Me? What'd you say to me? Round 3. For round 3, we're going to combine 2 news stories into one game. So I'll read the 2 different news stories, and then I'll go through and give a little bit more info about each of them. So story 1. NASA wants to launch a giant magnetic field to make Mars habitable. Story 2. The biodegradable burial pod that turns your body into a tree. So those are our 2 stories. I'll go through and give a little bit more info here. For the first story, scientists think Mars lost all of its atmosphere when its protective magnetic field collapsed billions of years ago, and solar wind, high-energy particles projected from the sun, has been stripping the red planet's atmosphere away ever since. By launching a giant magnetic shield into space to protect Mars from solar winds, the space agency says we could restore the red planet's atmosphere and terraform the Martian environment so that liquid water flows on the surface once again. So that's story 1. The next one. Italian designers Raul Bretzel and Anna Citelli have designed an egg-shaped organic casket that, once buried, will provide nutrients to a sapling planted right above it. Bacteria in the soil first break down the bioplastic shell, then the remains would gradually come into contact with the soil without changing its chemical balance too dramatically. So let's mash up those 2 stories into one lovely game about something.
Okay.
It's obviously about shooting bodies into Mars.
Literally my same thought. Yeah. There's no other
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know what
shooting
the
bodies
is,
into Mars. Is it a bullet hell?
Yeah, I can pretty clearly see.
That's fun, actually.
The remagnetized Mars, all these body. What do you even call these? Tree body casket disposal systems? I don't know. All these treeple get planted on Mars, and they grow into ant-like sentient trees who then colonize Mars and become a competing civilization to humans. A really clear vision of that. I have no idea where that came from, but I can't unsee it.
Yeah,
it's a great vision.
Yeah. Eventually, it could be like Sim City, but like you just build everything up with bodies. Just like everything's just stacking bodies.
It could also be like...
I'm curious how we're going to farm to keep up with the demand of bodies you'll eventually need to run all of Mars. It's the only fuel source.
I like the bullet hell suggestion of like you fire these bodies into space and you have to like pilot around like meteors and like desperately get your body to implant in the soil, and like all of your dead friends around you are just exploding and their corpses are like flying everywhere, and you're just like, I mean, I guess you're dead, so you're not really piloting. But,
so you're dead pilot.
Yeah, it's just zombies now. Everyone's the zombie corpses that are like, I want to be a tree, and they're like flying through space, like trying to hit the dirt.
Brains is so old-fashioned. I want to be a tree. The new zombie genre coming out.
Yeah.
Very eco-friendly zombies we have here.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. So you're playing as one body. You're playing as the gun shooting the body. What are we playing as in this game?
I think you're playing as the. I like that idea, Criken. I think maybe you're playing as the dead people, and some science happened in this game universe where dead people can be given an injection that makes them alive until they become a tree or die again, something like that.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
cool.
you just play as every time you die, you play as a new dead body. What's that game? Kind of like clone drone in the danger zone, where it's like you just recycle into another human's body in another disposable robot thing, and it's just like your goal is to get as many Treeple on Mars as possible.
Yeah, I love Treeple.
Yeah, so then
that has to be the name, Treeple.
Then it has to do with the terraforming, so you can build stuff.
What was that, Holly?
Oh, yeah, building up once you get down.
Yeah, then once you have enough people, you can switch bodies and then slowly build up your civilization and farm and make houses and, try and get water back. And then if the planet ends up, working, then you succeed. And then you go to war with Earth because the Treeple have become their own society. And obviously they don't want anyone else encroaching on it.
Yeah. Wait, so when you implant in the dirt, do you become a stationary tree or do you become a mobile tree that can set up like schools and hospitals and, roads? Like what do you envision these Treeple do when they impregnate the dirt?
Yeah, I feel like they should turn into like the buildings.
Yeah.
Okay. So you literally plant like a nurse zombie who becomes this like terrible organic hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig it.
That's gonna have some crazy awesome art.
I dig it. I didn't even mean to. Thank you, Wade. You made me seem so much more clever than I am.
That's my job. Sorry, Bob. What were you saying? I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
I'm trying to imagine the art and the design of the trees growing into the buildings and all that stuff. That it's beautiful. I like this.
It is.
I like this concept.
Especially like the green contrasting with like the orange dirt, like it's so pretty.
What are our bonus features of our game here?
Warrior trees, I think. So like you should be able to have a DLC where like you can get get a building that's also a defense, like a defense turret kind of thing. Be cool.
Yeah. So we have like multiple games here. We have the game where you're just like the bullet hell trying to, make Mars habitable, and then like there's a whole nother sequel or whatever that is just about Mars growing like SimCity. And then the third in the trilogy is Mars versus Earth.
Defend Mars.
The Treeple versus the people.
I kind of envision it like multiple stages. So like the first stage is like Peggle, where you're like literally just firing these pods of zombie Treeple into like the space, and they bounce off these meteors to try to hit Mars. And then based on where you land them, they become, SimCity-esque like buildings. And then stage 3 is like take that army and either take back Earth or defend Mars or something like that.
All right. Treeple. Is it just Treeple? Treeple in space? Treeple on Mars? Treeple versus people? What's the name here?
Treeple versus people is the expansion when you go back to Earth.
All right, I like it. Anything else about our game? Do we have some art of our Treeple game? Can't wait to see this one. Treeple. Okay. I guess people is spelled P-E-O-P-L-E, so I see what they were going for here. Treeple.
Treeple.
Way to go, Wade.
Treeple.
I'm sorry.
Self-conscious.
I feel bad for the guy on the right. He didn't make it. He hit that space turret.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll start his own colony of asteroid people. Aspel.
What do we call that?
That doesn't sound good.
Aspel.
Yeah, good one, Wade.
I don't asteroid. I don't know.
This is the first time I've done this game format where I really wish that this existed in some way.
Right.
I'm really fascinated by this idea of the Treeple colonizing Mars. Colonizing? That's not
Colonizing.
Colonating Mars.
Colonating. We have Treeple as a word. Colonating might as well be one now.
I mean, that's not unfair. You are sort of implanting things into Mars to grow. Maybe that's the term for when Treeple become buried in Mars and begin to develop into their fully grown tree form. They're colonizing.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the magnetic field around Mars too. It's very clear that it's got some sort of magical shield.
It's glowy.
We can upgrade our shield with our Treeple to protect us from Mars.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, you should be able to create like those Tesla towers that like create like an electricity barrier too. That they look like trees.
Yeah. Yeah. Screw Earth. I'm joining the Treeple. Because by the time this happens, I'll probably be one of the dead bodies anyway, so I guess I might as well pick my side now. So how many people out there are interested in buying Treeple? Oh, Treeple, The Colonnading, says Ian Baker, the new name of a game.
The Colony.
I'd like to play a couple of these games in all honesty. Like this has been a creative day.
Yeah, they seem fun.
This. Yeah.
Like the art ideas too. Like I can imagine the tree art would be super cool.
Yeah.
Serenity Life said I'd watch that, which is I think a way of saying I wouldn't play it, but I'd be interested in seeing it. Brent Horseman would play it. Timothy D. Wolf would play it. All right, Phantom Rose. Everyone wants to play it. Everyone. Oh no, Ethan French. Not really. So, all right, fair enough, Ethan. Everyone else
is a pretty good winner.
Game. Yeah, sweet. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with these games we made. This is like the first time I've been proud of our contestants. Everybody gets 4 points.
Wow.
Yay!
Not to bash previous contestants, but you guys are the creme de la creme.
Those guys sucked.
Yeah. Well, you guys were on previous shows. You guys used to suck, but now,
now we're better.
You're better.
I can go on with my day without the crippling depression of knowing that I suck.
Oh.
Well, we can play D&D later. We'll make it better. All right, everyone got 4 points.
Hey, why am I an omnipresent robot now?
That's what 4 points does. I guess 4 points makes you more robotic. I don't know.
Oh, that's not fair.
Was randomly determined.
You don't have to accept your points if you don't want them. This is the most advanced you've ever been.
I know, I'm pretty excited, but also not because I miss my lizard people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the lizard.
You can't stay devolved. You're evolving. This is just life.
I like to imagine I've implanted my lizard body with these cyborg parts, so I'm still part lizard person, but I'm an advanced form of it, you know?
Okay, all right. So pretty soon you're going to be like half Treeple, half robot. I don't even know what the term for that would be. Treebot?
A Trobot?
Trobot. Holly, Holly, it's hard to take you back down to human with such great ideas like that.
Come on.
You're too good for
be less creative.
It's fine. I'll stay up at the top. I'll just hang out with all the other computers.
Fine, I'll be omnipotent. Whatever.
Just be like beep boop, whatever.
Like a burden.
Well, you still have a chance to drop down to human because we're going to do player versus pop culture. So this is a great opportunity for all of you to let me down and fail miserably and get back to the rankings you want, I guess. So fake news is a big problem today, or so we tell you. Maybe that's fake news on its own. And player versus pop culture will give you 3 stories, not 1, not 2, but 3. 1 of them will be true. 2 of them will be false. This was really hard for one crew to get, so I take my time every week now. So you guys need to tell me which one story. I don't know why I'm holding my finger.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. Which one story is true?
It is. Okay.
So, okay. Man, I'm devolving fast. So, are you guys ready for player versus pop culture? We have 3 rounds here.
Yeah.
Ready.
I'm ready.
All right, Bob. You get 1 point for being the first one ready. Round 1. Invented inventions. A great idea comes along once in a lifetime, like flushable Q-tips, food tape, or oven mitts that look like a thing other than oven mitts. Hey, that's 3 things. This joke was made in the paragraph. I didn't make it. Don't give me credit. Which of these stories about new inventions is true, and which 2 are still patent pending? So, are you ready for story 1? I don't care. I'm going to read it anyway. A man who has climbed Mount Everest 3 times has invented a backpack that automatically becomes a chair when you sit. That's story 1. Story 2. McDonald's has invented a utensil that delivers French fries to your mouth more easily called the Frork. F-R-O-R-K, the Frork. Story 3. A Red River Valley couple invented a new weight loss technique that involves drinking hot sauce and sweating.
Yep.
So those are our 3 stories. One of those is actually true.
It's number 2. I read that article. It's the Frork. It's 100% true.
I saw the Frork as well. It looks awesomely pointless.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
right,
cool. Let's just throw some more. Let's just throw some more
That
plastic into the ocean, McDonald's. Here we go.
Hey, Criken didn't know he's not a robot.
Yeah, Criken,
when
you join up. What? Are you guys? You cutting me out of the fold here? Come on.
Which one do you think it is, Criken? A, B, or C?
Well, I wanted to pick 2 now that they said, but I feel like I'm just a bandwagon if I do that. I'm a bandwagon? No, I'm hopping on the bandwagon. Wagon. I am the wagon itself. Can you add a new category next to lizard and single cell, the wagon?
Lizard bandwagon?
Maybe you're an omnipotent wagon. I don't know where we'd fit you. Part wagon, part lizard. Maybe really devolved but advanced.
Well, I'll steal.
All right. Well, the answer is the McDonald's. It's true. That one's true. You guys and your reading and knowledge. The
I'm sorry. Were we not supposed to know?
Fork. I don't know. That's fun of the game show, I guess. The utensil, which looks like a fork but with removable French fries as prongs, came about as part of a McDonald's campaign to promote new sandwiches that are so packed with toppings that you'll need a special utensil to deal with it. So they say. A limited supply of forks will be available with the purchase of a signature crafted recipe sandwich on May 5th, but only at participating restaurants. Wasn't May 5th like 5 days ago? Well, you missed it. You could have had a fork, but it's over. So there you go, everyone.
What is it exactly? I still don't understand. It's a
it's
fork,
just like a thing. So it's like a pointy thing like a fork, but it's like at the end it has like a little like holder for French fries. So you put like 4 French fries in it. So I guess you can use it as a plastic device with French fries jammed in it that you can scoop stuff up with.
That's disgusting. It's like a shovel.
It's
like a
stupid.
French fry shovel.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a ketchup shovel. Yeah.
Well, we're never getting sponsored now, but we could have. The fork.
It's like a claw game, but like
gone soon at a McDonald's near you, or gone already.
I just hope they biodegrade. Probably
right,
not.
that's gonna happen.
Well, if the French fries don't, I don't think they will. Gotcha. Zing.
It's a good one.
Well, there definitely goes the sponsorship. Thanks, Criken. We were really pushing for that one.
That's why you bring me on the show, to lose money.
Oh, no!
You're so uplifting today, Criken, with all of your great suggestions. That's all right. You're developing our games for us. I'll forgive you.
Yep. All of them. They're on the docket.
Wait, weren't you supposed to make one the last time you were on the show, too? How's that one going?
It's on its way.
Oh, we don't talk about it. Okay. Round 2. We'll move on without addressing that game that Criken's supposed to be working on ever again. Criken, get on it. The roadways have been getting major upgrades in the last few years, and with the advent of self-driving cars, you can now flip off that guy that cut in front of you with both hands. Woohoo! Those were thumbs, not. I wasn't flipping you guys off. Which of these advancements in the way we drive is true, and which 2 are clunkers? Once again, I didn't write this. I didn't use the word clunkers. Story 1. The Netherlands is developing self-healing roads that fix potholes. Story 2. San Francisco unveils new self-driving city buses. Story 3. Yamaha is ready to roll out an electric skateboard for highway use.
I'm going to go with the self-driving buses. Unless you guys have a better...
Yeah.
I feel like that's so unlikely, though. That's so much
buses
risk to assume for the city. That they would not just want 50 people on a self-driving bus landing into a self-driving bus stop and killing and maiming people, and then suddenly the city's responsible.
But
it sounds like something that will happen,
it,
but not.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like if any city's going to do it, San Francisco's the one, because like Silicon Valley and all that, crazy money poured into it. So, I mean, what like the self-healing roads, like what bionic material are they made out of that they can heal themselves? I don't believe it.
So I feel like I read/heard about the self-healing roads one, and really? I don't remember it well enough to say that that's definitely the one that's true, but it just sounds familiar. Like it's some sort of plastic-based thing, and it patches itself by sort of reglobulating. I don't know. I don't remember, but that just sounds so familiar that there's no way I made that up for myself.
Become the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so
I guess I'll say the second one. I think it's the buses.
Okay, buses. Okay, Criken.
Yeah, I'll go with that too. But I think Bob brings up a good point that there's so much liability with a self-driving bus killing a lot of people. So
I mean, that might. Oh well.
All right, that's fair. Bob, which one are you going with?
Not that I know. I'll go with the self-healing road because I said all that stuff before. So.
Bob, you are right. Self-healing roads in the Netherlands. Let's see. Scientist Eric Schlangen, I hope I said that correctly, chair of experimental micromechanics at Delft University of Technology, has mixed steel fibers with asphalt to make the material conductive. And then when a large induction machine is run over the asphalt, heat helps close any cracks. Self-healing asphalt is undergoing testing on 12 roads in the Netherlands. One has been open since 2010, actually. And all roads are in excellent condition as to this point. So, I don't know if self-healing is a little misleading, maybe, if they have to kind of drive over it to remelt it. But
hot truck, right?
Yeah. Big.
Well, it's kind of like a street sweeper.
Are you looking for hot trucks in your area?
Truck.
Call 1-800 hot asphalt tonight.
Oh no!
Boo.
This one wasn't my fault.
Come on,
I
Bob.
didn't do this one. Okay. Can't put this on me.
Okay, fine. All right, Bob, you get 2 points for being
Yay.
right. Holly, I'll take away 2 so you can get closer to human.
Okay.
Criken, you lose 1 point because you have a sassy attitude. I like that.
All right, I'll take it, I guess.
I don't know if you want to take it or not, but that's what
I
you
don't
get.
either.
Round 3. Tricky Icky. Again, I'm just reading this part. Don't judge me. The human body is a beautiful and natural gift, but is also super gross and makes weird sounds. Which of these stories about disgusting human habits is true, and which two leave a bad taste in your mouth? So, hope you guys aren't eating right now. Story 1. Frequent burping has been linked with higher musical talent.
Oh no!
And they were ready with the soundboard in that one, huh?
Can't wait for the next 2 sounds. Story 2. Farting can ward off wolves, but apparently not bears. Story 3. Eating boogers is good for teeth and overall health. So, one of these is true.
Oh gosh.
You guys just look so excited over here.
I can't even decide which one I want to be true.
Yeah, really.
I guess I am least disturbed by the idea that somehow burping is related to musical talent, but that one makes the least amount of actual sense to me.
All right. What are your guys' thoughts? Holly, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I think number 2 is funny, so that's fine.
Okay.
It wards off bears, but not wolves.
Wolves, but not bears.
Wolves, but not bears. Yeah, that's good.
Criken, what do you think?
I'll say number 2 because like dogs have good smell, I guess. So maybe they're like interested by fart smell, but bears are just bears, so maybe they don't care.
Okay.
2.
Bears don't care about farts, but wolves, they're into that kind of thing.
They're
Bob, which one are you going with? You said you weren't so sure about one, even though it was the least disturbing. So
I feel like I want it to be one, but that just doesn't make sense. I'm buying into the argument that maybe the wolves' keen sense of smell, it just makes them really dislike the farts, and the bears are just kind of stinky animals, so they don't care. I buy that. I'll go with 2. That makes sense to me.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
All fail. The correct one is story 3. Eating boogers is good for your teeth and overall health.
Great.
Yep. Get ready for some more info here.
Boogers. Oh god.
Yeah, new Let's Plays. Snot Live. So,
Social book
scientists at a number of
streets.
universities say parents should not discourage their children from picking their noses because they contain a rich reservoir of good bacteria. The findings even suggest, a rich reservoir. The findings even suggest snot could defend against respiratory infections, stomach ulcers, and even HIV. Dr. Scott Napper, a professor of biochemistry at the University of Saskatchewan, Canada, said, there we go. From an evolutionary perspective, we evolved under very dirty conditions, and maybe this desire to keep our environment and behavior sterile isn't actually working to our advantage. So, hey, it's not my choice, but this is the one we came up with.
Hey.
That's a pun.
Oh,
Good one.
Thank you. So everybody out there, just start blowing and chopping. You got your afternoon snack right in front of you already.
Oh
I
no!
hate this.
God.
Let's end it.
Blow and jumping. Oh my
awful.
god.
This is our show.
Oh.
Is that the game that we're making based on this news story, Blowing and Chomping?
Yep. I will not develop this one.
No, don't make this one.
In other news, parents of sick children have been going around taking used Kleenex from garbage cans to try to make their child healthy again.
Oh, God.
Edible Kleenex is the next thing in the market being developed. So we can take advantage of all of our rich reservoir.
Just eat Kleenex.
I guess you could.
Yeah, that's better.
Foroki Boki says, I know how to raise my kids now.
Oh, no.
What do you mean you're not eating your boogers? Bad son. Eat up.
Keep eating those boogers.
No Simpsons
Eat
until
that
you eat
snot
your
and be
boogers.
proud of it.
Yes, I know. It's
a really
10
good
years
parent
later.
would
It's
give
still
them
on
their own
TV.
snot too. You know.
Your mother and I worked very
God.
hard to give you allergies so you can have a rich reservoir of snot to get healthy.
It's like the chicken parks parties when you're a kid, you know?
gross.
They just get everyone sick so they get more snot.
So who out there is going to start eating boogers on their Let's Plays? Right, show of hands? Anyone? No?
Yes.
We got one, yes.
Yes.
All right.
One guy in the
That
audience.
guy did.
Ooh, Timothy D. Wolf says, don't lizards normally lick inside their nostrils? Criken.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Oh, he said yes. All right, Criken, you get to be a lizard again.
Yes.
All right, so let's see our scoreboard here. Where's everyone at? Because everyone got that last question wrong, so I guess Holly loses a point and gets back to human, of course. So
There
Holly,
we
you're back
go.
to human. Bob, it looks
Back to
like
everyone's
you
favorite NPC.
are a cyborg this time, so you're not quite
Neat.
past omnipotent.
Can't
Maybe
be
if you
wrong.
started eating snot, Bob, you could get back to that omnipotent level. But
Yeah, I'm going to start blowing and chomping, and next time I'll come back even stronger than ever.
That's how you ascend, is just eating your own snot. It was all here.
Oh,
The whole time.
That's the secret.
Who needs
The
like
meaning of
chia
life. God's
seeds?
like, eat your
Just eat
boogers.
that's our message for you all out there today. Eat your boogers. That's probably the most interesting fact we've ever gone over here on the show.
Mhm.
And we've had some of our best games here today. So this has been an excellent episode.
It's good.
Yet somehow I still don't quite feel good about it. Criken dial.
Criken
There we go.
Aw.
I actually
So
love that.
cute.
Oh my god, can I take that home with me? Hold on, I'm taking a screenshot. This is my new favorite thing.
That's so cute.
The artist didn't sign it. Uh-oh. We have an art thief here, Criken. You better give this artist credit.
I don't know who the artist is.
Ooh. Anonymous.
Oh, here it comes. It's Leoldo?
Well,
Leia,
I'm sure-
Leia D.
That really cleared it up.
Leia
Okay.
HD, maybe?
Thank you, Leia HD.
Oh,
I'm
maybe.
going to put this on my wall. When I was a kid, crocodiles were my favorite animal, and now I am a crocodile in a human's
And you're
outfit.
bursting out of one's
Criken
face.
dial.
Yeah.
It's a pun. Huh. That's twice I got to do it, Bob.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All right, guys. I mean, that's
Not gonna
pretty much
lie.
our show. That's it. We ended with boogers and Criken dials, so I guess we'll say our farewells. Holly, tell us about you, where people can find you.
Oh boy. You guys can find me at Commander Holly all over the internet, and on Twitch and YouTube and all of there. And on Twitter, I'm at Holly Conrad, which for some reason that's my Twitter. So there you go. Just
It's
come say
your name.
hi, talk about birds. Yeah, it's my name. Yay.
All right, Criken.
Hello, I'm Criken. I'm on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube Criken2, Twitch just Criken, and Twitter at Crickmaster. I play games and I stream most days of the week, so come by if you want weird talks about eating things and lizards, because that's me.
And you've got 4 games to start working on.
Yeah, my list grows every week. I should stop coming on the show.
All right, Bob, last but probably not least.
Yeah, I am Muyskerm on YouTube and Twitch. I stream a few times a week, and I put out videos every day. If you want to see me play video games badly and laugh at my friends because they're worse than I am, then that's where you want to go. That's the place.
And I'm one of those friends that are worse than he is. I'm LordMinion777 everywhere except for Twitch, where I'm Minion777. Thank you all so much for coming out to Are You a Robot? We found out that kind of Bob sort of is, but nobody else today. So thank you all so much for coming. We will see you next week, same time for Are You a Robot? Until then, See you guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.